Good day, class. Welcome to the fourth session. In this session, we will look at how to analyze a range of risks associated with a new venture. The success of a business is one of the most important factors to consider when starting a business. Risk is the possibility of a loss or exposure to loss. The loss can be an incident or occurrence that could result in injuries, death, property damage, destruction, damage to reputation, damage to public image, claims, and lawsuits. Risks are divided into four categories, which can be economic risk, performance risk, physical risk, and psychological risk. Risk is differentiated into objective risk and subjective risk. Objective risk is measured through statistical research, whereas subjective risk is related to the opinions and understanding of different people. There are several factors that contribute to determining the chances of a loss happening, which can divide into four main categories that are perils, hazards, threats, and vulnerabilities. A business loss can be a result of a number of factors. For instance, poor planning can be a major issue. Planning helps minimize risk and damage. Financial planning and budgeting is one way of ensuring that you have enough funds for the year. One way to minimize the chance of loss. One could also take out insurance to protect their assets. Inadequate management can also be a contributing factor through the usage of unsuitable policies and procedures. Poor supervision, poor training, and the lack of communication can also bring damage to the business. When analyzing risk, you need to do a thorough job and clearly outline what you are analyzing. You need to assess all factors that may impact your business internally and externally. Great tools to use for analyzing risk are the SWOT and PEST analysis. By grouping the different risk types, it helps you formulate specific strategies to manage the risks. One should try to estimate the possible impact of the different risks that occur. The risk with the highest potential degree of loss should be high priority when developing the risk management strategy. You should ensure that the strategy you adopt will reduce risk, prevent loss, and ensure the success of your business. There are four risk management strategies, which are avoiding, reducing, anticipating, and transferring or spreading. Risk avoiding strategies require you to stay away from risky situations, which may be impractical in some cases. However, in the business environment, you can avoid risk by participating in thoughtful business practices. Risk reducing strategies incorporate an extra degree of safety into the situation. For example, having fire extinguishers in a workplace as a safety practice in case of a fire hazard. Anticipating risk is when you have knowledge of an existing risk in the business. Therefore, you put aside money to cover the damage or loss that may occur in the result of the risk. Transferring or spreading risk is when an individual or business transfers the risk or cost to an insurance company as a failsafe to reduce the financial burden of the risk. There are four major types of insurance, which are property and casualty insurance, life and disability insurance, health insurance, and liability insurance. Property and casualty insurance covers tangible things like equipment, machinery, buildings, and inventory. Life insurance covers families and businesses from a loss of income that is a result of death. Disability cover is there to protect a person in the event of often expensive disabilities. Health insurance provides health care for business owners and their employees, and workers' compensation covers employees who may become sick as a result of their job. Liability insurance protects against losses from accidents and injuries, either as a result of consumers using a product or service, or errors made by employees. Employment practical liability insurance protects against any employment discrimination claims such as sexual harassment and violations of legislation. Having insurance helps cover against any loss a business may suffer. It provides a sense of security and gives you peace of mind. Having insurance in place of various possible risks in your business portrays your planning abilities, risk management skills, and the fact that you conducted a sufficient market research and were able to implement a plan to help the success of your business. We have come to an end of our session. Let us take a break and move on to the next session.